too. I like that one there too. I think we're gonna go off of this vibe right here. This is the vibe I'm gonna go off of. We're digging through our Camp Corey ones. I say we try that. Let's get the first
Purple
one.
Daisy says, oh, at Spectre 326, there are plenty of people who won't let that happen, lol. Frozen Kitten 99 says, doing good him up early with a pizza craving.
Pizza craving.
Purple Daisy says, base hit hula.
Base hit, 100%. I'm not gonna go too crazy. We're not gonna go too crazy with this here.
Spectre says at Purple Daisy 977 LOL.
Not too terribly crazy. Because I want to leave this as wide as I possibly can, so I got to make sure I got enough material. We'll leave these as wide so I have something to stand on. We're going to do...
Slackatron says, speaking of Camp Corey wands, I intend to break the 100 mark by tomorrow.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah, man. We're going to be doing the big to-do on the 28th, Slacker. That's going to be our big...
Landlocked New Fee asks, is it maple?
It is. It is. It's maple, and we're going to do a little artsy fartsy kind of thing with this here. Let's see. Let's just get busy. Let's see what we can come up with. Now, do I want the? I feel like the dark banding should be at the bottom. Why do I feel like it should be at the bottom? No, here's a little trick, guys. My thought process. If I do it at the bottom, they all need to be pretty much the same exact height, because it'll be kind of easy to get 3 of them off.
Purple Daisy says it can be wherever you want.
Well,
Lingor says more artsy, less fatsy.
Yeah, exactly. Morning, Lingor.
Fartsy.
So here's my thought. Okay. If this is going to be the bottom, this is going to be the bottom, this is going to be the bottom, I would have to make sure, which is not terribly hard, but I had to make sure they're exactly the same height right there. And you can get it off. Because when they all sit on the ground next to each other.
/ says at Lengor 1.
They all next to each other, you'll be able to see the line.
Dishi Devil says because it should be at the bottom for a weight thing.
Well, we're going to leave weight, but I'm talking about the burn. What we're going to do is I'm going to incorporate this. This is where I want to incorporate. And so what I need to do is I need to do close to the top.
Lengor, one morning Lengor. Landlocked New Fee says at Purple Daisy 977, I made a piece of spruce fence board scrap into a dark walnut block of wood.
So if I did this number right here, I don't have to worry about being nearly as perfect. I just had to make sure this width here is about the same.
Dishi Devil says so it looks heavier at the bottom.
You think I should do the burning on the bottom so it looks heavier on the bottom? Hey, Fruiter Candy. I was like, Fruiter Candy. Thanks for that follow. Well, if I did them on the bottom.
Two-stepping asks Marnan Yule. What lies we telling about at Spectre 326 today?
We could do it at the bottom. Could do it at the bottom.
Frozen Kitten 99 says at Texas Hula the hubby and I have came up with names for the coming little one.
Uh-oh, do tell.
For a girl, Elsie Bray, and for a boy, Osiris Elliott.
Nice. Very nice, Frozen. Very nice. When's your due date again? For folks who don't know, Frozen Kitten has basically a football team. I would say a basketball team, but I think she literally has a football team now.
June 14th. Purple
14th.
Daisy says basketball with alternates.
Yeah,
Two-stepping says brats at Frozen Kitten 99.
Okay. Let me go ahead and make a little bit of parting so I know where my inlines are. Well, there's a little bit of parting.
/ says at Purple Daisy 977. Okay, I didn't want to distract with dead air. Dishi Devil says you do what you like hula. I just thought you wanted it toward the bottom, and I thought it would give it the look of being heavy at the bottom.
That does make sense. That does make sense, D. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut these so I know these are going to be the separate sections here. We're going to, and I've never done these candlestick holders before, guys, so y'all bear with me. We're playing around. This ain't nothing but just goofing around. See what we can kind of come up with. Okay, I'll tell you what.
Purple Daisy says straight up making it up as we go.
We are 100% rolling on the fly. See what we're
Dot
going to do.
slash says story of my life. Two-stepping says epic new ways to make timeless art.
I hope so. I hope so. That's not exactly half inch. That's half inch. That's a half inch. Okay, from the top, we're going to come down. Let's just call it...
Landlocked New Fee asks, would you have a solution to cut a bowl blank in slices? With a band saw that deep. Maybe just a thin parting tool and slice it off like bread.
Would you solution like cut it like a bowl blank in slices? Would you have a solution to cut a bowl blank in slices without a bandsaw that deep? Maybe a thin parting tool, slicing. Are you talking about kind of like just doing? I've seen folks do it with a saw, Landlocked Newfie. I've seen folks just do it with a saw. We're gonna call it 3/4 of an inch.
Two-stepping says, I mean, you could always stop here and be a postmodern minimalist impression. Lols.
I could.
Landlocked New Fee says making discs. Graham says, lol, I tried that yesterday with the catfish, but lol, mine was easier to rip it out.
Okay, before we go too far, I need to know how thick. We need to figure out how wide this candle is. All right, mark that at 0. I know what 0 is at. Does it tell me what these sizes are? 0.8 inches. We're thinking, guys. I know it's scary. Bear with me. That's 3/4 of an inch. So I had to bore it a little proud of 3/4 of an inch, which I can bore it and do a little bit of sanding, and that should be perfect. So we know 3/4. Let me write that down. Let me find me a little handy dandy little note sheet here. 3/4 bore.
Purple Daisy says, use your Palm Pilot.
I don't have any pins on me. 3/4 inch bore. And it needs, I would say we need to go in at least, because you want it to be firm, maybe 1 inch. I mean, 1 inch is deep enough, right? Do I have any confirmation? Is 1 inch deep enough? Or should
Let me
it?
go grab one of my taper holders. 1 sec.
Okay. I mean, some people always say that's not deep enough, but I think 1 inch would be deep enough. I could go an inch.
Landlocked New Fee says, ha ha ha. Two-stepping says, you could always take a stick to them. Just say it is Southern minimalistic.
Southern,
bless it.
exactly. Southern. I mean, I could go 1.5 inches, but I don't want to.
D She Devil says, I think 1 inch is deep enough for a candle.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking, D. That's what I'm thinking, girl. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and bore this end. Let's bore this end here so I can bring it down to it and I can see.
Larger candles just float. Landlocked New Fee says, oh, candles.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, wait a minute. Hula actually means candles. Let me get my 3/4 inch. Oh, snap. He meant candles. Y'all are bad. Y'all are so
Two-stepping says, to be honest, depends on candle. The tall boys are 3/4 to 1 inch depth.
3/4. Okay, I'm gonna shoot for 1 inch. I think 1 inch deep sounds like a good number for me. I didn't know if 1.5 would be overkill. We're learning as we go, guys. We are learning as we go. Ain't nothing like learning live on stream, right? So y'all can see like, oh, don't do that because Hula effed it up. All right, turn this dude on low and slow. And what we're going to do now is drill it real good. Bum, 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 bum. Let me figure out where 1 inch is at.
I spent a lot of time in my youth with candles. Dad had money management issues.
Oh, no kidding. We said 1 inch.
She Devil says these are going to be beautiful, just for the fact they're for one piece of wood.
I hope so.
Colon closing parenthesis.
I hope
Spectre
so.
says, and we're learning about how important the length of your candle is.
Exactly. Well, it is. All right, so what I'm doing, guys, is I'm looking at the number 3 right here. Number 3 on this Portioner bit. When I hit this 3 on 3/4, I know I've gone 1 inch. Dun, 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 dun. Let me double check that. Why am I looking at that saying, maybe I've been lying so daggum long, I'm really not sure.
Two-stepping says, looks like a number 2 pencil, not a number 3.
Yes.
She Devil says if you didn't want to put candles in him, you could stack them.
Yeah, that number 3 is 1 inch. Okay, I just wanted. Boy, I said, boy, it sure does look awfully long for 1 inch. I cracked myself up on that one. All right, I'm looking for that number 3. And then
Slash says that's what she said.
Well, exactly. Fister, hold on.
Two-stepping says, well, you're not wrong.
Of Gods. Fister of Gods. How you doing? Thanks for that follow, Fister of Gods. I appreciate that.
Purple Daisy says apparently I got rid of mine in the purge last year.
In the purge. In the purge. It's how you use it. He does, you know exactly. It's how you use it, and that's what matters. It's just like no one's half the battle. G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, the real American. Thanks for that follow, bud. I appreciate that. The real American hero. G.I. Joe is
Slash says the more you know of the Hula Show.
Exactly.
Why is my blood on fire?
Exactly.
The Jang says knowing is half the battle.
It is. Jang, what's up, dude? Guys, big giant shout out to the man Jang.
What's the other half?
That dude right there has such a really cool stream going on. Really cool stuff. Jang, how are you doing, bud? That boy right there is a freaking Lego mastermind. I said it out loud. I said it. Don't care. I said it. It is what it is. The boy is literally a freaking Lego
Doing so
mastermind.
well, brother. Thank you so much for the love.
I know. Hey, dude.
Two-stepping says love Jang's shop.
I tell you what, man. Look, you got a really cool vibe going on in your stuff. Really, and dude, I'll be honest with you. Your hype trains literally tickled the living shit out of me. There's no better way of putting it. I literally was like, I was dying, man. That was too damn funny. But guys, Jang is a full-time streamer, and that boy, there's zero doubt in my mind the amount of work that boy puts into his stream.
The Jang says H-A-H-A-H-A excellent.
Dude, that was funny, man. That was literally seriously funny. I'm trying to make candlesticks here, Jang, and I've never made candlestick holders before. And I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this.
Who you calling, boy? Youngster.
You calling him boy, youngster? You calling him Sonny? I am trying my best to figure out how to do this. I don't like that line right there. Jang, you ever done like, I'm sure you have. Come up with a design and an idea on the fly while live in stream?
Two-stepping asks who you calling youngster? Kid.
Yeah, exactly. Too bad Grandpa's not here. We could hear those back in my day. Boy, son, I'll tell you, I'll say boy, I'll say boy, I'll say boy. Bottom.
Purple Daisy says who you calling kid? Boy.
Exactly. Guys, y'all definitely go check my boy Jang out, though, man. He's got some really cool stuff going on, and I really sincerely mean that. I do enjoy his streams. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give this room here. This is going to give us a little playroom to move up to where we're going to do our burn. And then this here is going to be in 1/2 inch. This is where we're going to do a little cut in, and we're going to do the pyrography. And then we got to leave that thick. We literally got to go down to that there and get it slightly rounded out and torch it, and then clean up everything around it so it's nice, vibrant maple with the pyrography. God, why am I always making everything so damn complicated? Jane, do you have a habit of making things overly complicated? I know I sure as hell do. I know I sure as hell
Two-stepping
do.
asks Hula, pecan biography.
Pecan biography. I guess it could be. All right, let's go in.
Purple Daisy says, Hula, you've never met a project you can't overcomplicate.
You're not wrong, girl. You are not wrong. The hard part is going to be getting in here. So this is going to be the section where the pyro is going to be, and we're going to round
Spectre
it.
asks, is that like pecan biography?
Uh,
Rude Irish Knight says you might dislike me.
Why would I dislike you,
Two-stepping
pecan?
asks makes it some sweet, nutty biography, maybe.
Sweet.
Purple
and
Daisy
nutty.
throws a chancler at Spectre 336.
Okay.
Rude Irish Knight yells snowmen can lose weight so easily. The pounds just melt away.
They do just
The
melt
Jane says
away.
overthink first, then start over because you've overthought, then
you-
overthink again.
You're not wrong, Jane. You are not wrong, dude.
Spectre dives for cover, dust flies up.
All right, the top. I know.
Purple Daisy says at the Jang, so you have been here before, lol. Rude Irish Knight says my only dad joke for day. Mic drop. The Jang says at Purple Daisy
Mic drop.
977.
Mic drop. That needs to be a little thin. I need to leave enough there so when you shove a candle in it, you don't break it. Because the last thing, when you start shoving stuff in places, you want to make sure it doesn't break, right? Oh, I guess I need to check that real quick. Does that sound right to you, Jane? It sounds about right to me. Let me shove one of these candles in there.
Two-stepping says phrasing, dead.
Phrasing. I'm gonna basically. I'm probably gonna have to sacrifice one of these candles. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice stuff to the woodworking gods because it's gonna get kind of nasty before I put finish on it. I think I'm gonna do the.
The Jang says I have to maintain my family-friendly brand image, so I am taking the fifth.
Jane, you are a rock star, my friend. A true. Hold on. What do they call Wyatt? You're an oak. You're an oak.
Purple Daisy says at the Jang you are an oak.
You are an oak. I got to keep my PG-13. I can't help it, Jane. I am a biker at heart and a mechanic by trade, dude. To me, it's complete total struggle bus to find that balance. Because I try to keep things PG-13. And I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it's hard. Even for myself. But Jane does have a really, really, really
And
cool.
then chat shows up.
And there's that. There is that. Hold on, that's not gonna work. Where's my handy dandy stick?
Two-stepping says I always get a bad feeling whenever I walk into a communist establishment. Red flags everywhere.
Red flags everywhere. Well, they didn't like being shoved in there, but I'm doing it anyway. Don't care. You'll have to get over it. Let's see what that does there. We're trying to find a way to quickly do this. I'm afraid 3/4 of an inch is not going to be wide enough. Dang. What's my next Forstner bit up? Let me check this here. Next one up, that's 3/4. Man, it goes to 7/8, dude.
Purple Daisy says, but would an inch be too much?
I think so. Purple. Man, that sucks.
Landlocked Newfie says 7/8.
I got 7/8. We can give it a shot. Cause you want it to fit in there, but I don't want. It's almost like it's such a tight fit.
Two-stepping asks 13/16.
I don't have a 13/16. It's almost like the pressure. I don't want these things. The last thing I want is these things to fall out. I do
Purple
not.
Daisy says what was the candle size?
3.
0.8. Landlocked New Fee says 15/16.
I don't have one.
Slackatron says need some crazy metric bits.
Yeah, I don't have those. I mean, the only other
Hickey
option I
says
have.
need 25-30 seconds. Purple Daisy says try the 7/16.
All I got, my next one's 7/8. My next one up. The only other way I can do this is literally
The
do it
Jan
with.
asks, are you doing a big set or is this a short run?
No, it's gonna be
Purple Daisy says
just-
yeah, that one.
it's gonna be a set. So this is gonna be one here. This is one here, and this is one here.
Two-stepping asks 49/64.
Would y'all stop? You're killing me, Smalls. You're flat out killing me, Smalls. I mean, I can go in with a 60 grit gouge.
Lol.
There's always that option there is the 60 grit gouge, and we can open it up. Or I got an 80 grit gouge.
Purple Daisy says I think you'll be okay with the 7/8.
You think so?
Mr. Ruger says sandpaper.
Sandpaper. But the whole idea, I want this done quick and easy. So I'm all
The
about.
Jan says 7,777,776 7,777,777.
I was thinking close to that as well, Jane. I mean, be honest with you. I was pretty close to that thought in my head as well. But let's just try
Dark
7/8.
Camo Kid says at least I'm being good today.
You're being Camo. You're always good, man. Happy feet, man. It's better to be too big, too small. Touch the sides important. Yes, it is important to touch the sides. I mean, hold on. Wait, what? Freezing. Let's try the 7/8.
Mr. Ruger says test drill aboard. Two-stepping says dead.
Can I put one in place? Do I have something I can put in place and not take out of this chuck? Sugar. Let's test drill real quick.
DC Devil says can always us aluminum foil if the candle is loose. Purple
Oh!
Daisy asks you got a 7/8 on your drill press.
I got one right. I got one right here. I got a 7/8 right here.
The Jan asks will that bit chuck up to the drill press?
It will. It will.
At Purple Daisy 977 Jinx.
Jinx joke, you owe me a coat. Let's find some scrapanolas. Camera, you still following? Yes, good camera. Good camera. Proud of you, camera. There's a scrap piece of something right here. You won't be able to see me. I'm hiding in the corner. If this is kind of like Blair Witch, I got my nose in the corner. Don't tell anybody. Ooh, this poor drill pass is covered in freaking
Purple
man
Daisy
glitter.
says we see your back.
All right, product placement, Purple. Product placement. 1 second, guys. We're just gonna.
The Jan says I see dust people.
I do. There is. I see. It's kind of like.
Two-stepping says running on a treadmill gets you nowhere.
You're not wrong, sir. You're absolutely not wrong. Not even kind of sort of wrong. You're totally right. Hey, I call this my. This is my $60,000 lathe, y'all. I call this my. I'm sorry, my $60,000 drill press. Is that deep? Did I? Let's see how deep I am. We're not deep enough. This is the one that I was actually redoing. I think this is the one that nearly killed me. I was restoring this, and like a big dummy, I didn't have any kind of respirator, and the shop I was in looked like Mars, and it had all the rust everywhere, and that's what gave me the.
Is it me or does Hula have a dip ring on his butt?
What? Who are you looking at my butt for? That is, see, it's a lot of slack in there. That's too much
Landlocked
slack.
New Fee says easygoing smaller increments with Forstner bits. Can get a little wild upsizing the bit.
It does.
Two-stepping says you flashing the camera, sir.
We're gonna do. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna say we're 3/4.
The Jan asks, is this gonna get varnish?
We're gonna do a friction
Mr.
polish.
Ahole says to be fair, it's a Copenhagen ring.
It's a Copenhagen ring. Let's go up. Let's just do this by by 80 grit gouge. We're gonna do it with an 80 grit gouge. Let's see if I can't do it like this here.
Two-stepping says might be a skull ring. Hula does weird stuff sometimes.
Are you judging? Are you judging, sir?
Mr. Ahole says blasphemy. Two-stepping says no. I don't yuck your yum, lol.
Let's see if this works any better. I think good idea to put it on the drill press and try it out first because I've been really disappointed. I do like the idea that you can put aluminum foil on that. I didn't know that, D. Thank you for that heads up on that, D. That's actually a really cool idea. I mean, it shoves in there, and it curls a little bit of the... Let's do a little more.
The Jang says boo close.
Oh, sugar! Damn it! I lost part of my daggum candle. It's still in there.
Two-stepping says Sue close.
That ain't... My candle's still in there. Oh, shit. That's... Dadgummit. Emotional damage.
Mr. Ahole says too tight.
Yes, officially...
Purple Daisy says yeah, taper candles can be slightly different sizes. The foil trick will
Dang.
fatten up skinny ones so they'll stay put. Cartoonman one says holds good.
Dear
Dishi
God,
Devil says
don't
re-drill
screw
with the
this up.
3/4.
Well, the 3/4 shouldn't touch it now. The 3/4 should not touch it due to the fact that I've already sanded it with the 80 grit gouge here. Get all that wax out of there.
Should clean the wax out though.
We'll get it with the sandpaper. Okay. So now I know that really it probably wouldn't hurt to have a metric set of Forstner bits here in the shop for set occasions like so. That seems like that fits pretty good. I'm not going to force it near as much as I did the last one.
Two-stepping yells blasphemy hula.
That should. Let's do a little more just for shiggles. Just for shiggles. Has anybody got anything big planned today? What's everybody's big?
Metric, PSS Shaw.
Well, I tell you what, the world is round, and there's more than one way to skin a cat. Not everybody plays by the same rules, so sometimes to get creative, you got to play around with stuff that you're not normally comfortable with. Why am I, man, I just really hate to have it where I got to put a note in there like, hey, when you use this, be sure to use the aluminum foil because I don't know how many folks know that. That looks pretty good. That's perfect. Perfecto. I'll roll with that. I'll roll with that there. Let's clean it up just a little bit. So we don't have any really rough gouging in there.
Landlocked Newfie says I missed the foil discussion.
So apparently, Landlocked Newfie, if your candle is a little loose...
Dishi Devil says hoping the daughter comes visit. She's shipping out to her new traveling nurse job in New Mexico next week.
Oh, really?
Two-stepping asks, can you tinfoil the hole like you would do something with gold flake?
No. I probably wouldn't do that because I'd be more concerned about somebody's candlestick being unique and different, you know? I think the ideal is the candlestick is so... The foil is so you can... let's swap this here out. Put this back in here. Let's get us a general shape going here. So we don't do any whoopsies. Whoopsies no bueno. All right. Let's see. How are we going to do this here? I want to leave this as wide as I can for better... Lucas!
Howdy, it's Sturgy Poo.
Hey, Sturgy. What's up, bud? What's up, Mr. Lucas? What you know, good sir? Howdy, howdy. Howdy. Let me make sure it's here. Look at,
Oh, man.
Welcome.
Welcome. Come on in.
come on in. Let's go. That's 3/4 right there. Lucas, how was your stream, man? Sturgy, good to see you, bud.
Lucas Gaming says, oh, not bad.
Not bad. How was your stream? Did you
Just chillin'
just chilling? Would you raffle stomping some folks? What were you playing
and
today?
killing.
And killing. Let's go. I'm a killer from Manila. I'm a killer from Manila. Thank you for that raid, bud. Come on in. Make yourself at home, guy. Guys, be sure to go show some love to our boy Lucas. Epic dude, man. Epic dude. I'm going to round this over because I just see that kind of being rounded over. Let's roll this slightly up.
All sucks. Shucks. Lol.
Biggest thing, did you have fun, Lucas? That's the biggest thing. Did you have fun, man?
/ says lol. Lucas Gaming says I always do.
There you go. That, by far, my friend, is the most important thing. I'm trying to find, I got to get these where these things match.
The Jan says sorry for the newbie, latecomer question. What would? It
Maple.
works so quickly.
This is maple. I love turning maple, man.
Mr. Ahoy says cheer 500.
Ah,
Thank you for looking for that so cool. Yeah.
What piano? Let me get some coffee on that there. God almighty. There ain't no darn piano. God almighty. Mr. EO, you are a damn
Lucas
rock star.
Gaming says well food time. Have fun all.
Hey, Lucas, you be
Ruffian
good. Thank
Naeem
you,
says,
bud.
Hello everyone.
Hey, Ruffian, how you doing? Lucas, thanks for the raid date, dude. Have an epic day. Thank you so much. I look forward to it.
BRB hot coffee. is
Reese,
cool.
what are you doing,
Reese
Reese?
says cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100,
Reese.
cheer 100. Mr. Ahoy yells hoot.
That is such a mesmerizing. It's just. All right, thank you so much, Lucas. You be good, bud. I sincerely appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Reese, you, Mr. EO, are just flat out of control today. And Jang, this is maple. And I got to turn all my lights off pretty much because this will wash out so bad in the camera light. Trying to get that camera where it looks halfway decent. It sucks kind of being a little OCD about some of this stuff. I'm not quite as OCD as Jang. Jang's got, that boy's stream setup is like straight up money, dude. Clean as clean can get. All right. Let's get this down to, nope, this in here. This is where we're at. We're going to match this thickness with this thickness. Oh, sugar. Did I just go too far? I went too far. No, Hula. No. Reese, thank you, bud. You, Mr. E-Hole, are rowdy. Okay. Got to make all these the same thicknesses. Okay, and then this one down here on the end. If you do one, you pretty much got to do all three because you want them to kind of match. Okay, I want them to, not to kind of match, I want them to be the same width. And this gives me kind of a cheater so I know how deep to go. So that set, and that set. And I decided I'm doing freaking pyro. Why did I decide to do pyro? Why in the world would I decide to do freaking
I think
pyro?
I'll fire up the smoker tomorrow.
Let's
Thanks
go.
for the motivation.
Let's go. Heck yeah, Mr. Yo. I want to see pictures. I want to see pictures, sir. All right, we got to leave this thick. We want to get close.
Douchey Devil says lol, it looks good.
Because it looks good, Hula. That's why. All right, we're going to go with this general thickness here. And what we're going to do is we're going to carry this down. If I can ever get my stuff to Jiha. All right, whose idea was it to do a damn set to start off with? First thing in the morning, I'm sitting here racking my brain cells trying to do sets here. Whose idea was this? Who?
Two-stepping asks Hula, do you have multiple calipers for the different spots? So you don't lose measurements for the different spots.
I got two.
Purple Daisy says yours. She Devil says not a set, it's a trio. Lol.
You're not wrong. Okay, skip
You
this
wanted
here.
the threesome.
I did. Okay, that is fair. That is fair.
Spectre says you shouldn't do that. You know how delicate your brain cells are.
You're not
Mr.
wrong.
Ahole says HAHAHAHA. Two-stepping says dead. Landlocked New Fee says I have to have a look for some old rollerblades.
Rollerblades.
Saw a cool design to make a center support for walking sticks, staffs, anything long that tends to flex.
Oh yes,
Three wheels adjustable to the piece.
Yep, those are pretty cool. It's called a steady rest. You're wanting a steady rest. Is what you're looking for. High tech. Hey, high tech redneck. Dad, I know that name. Redneck. Hold on, I was hanging out with Redneck. High tech redneck. That was hey, you were in Boyd's stream last night. Redneck, thanks for that follow, dude. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that.
Oh, man. Welcome. Come on in.
Come on in. All right, let me go ahead and make some marks here. This dude right here and this dude right here is this dude right here.
Steady rest. Thank you.
Yeah.
That will help search other designs.
Yep.
High Tech
100%.
Redneck Dev says I thought I
DC.
followed you when you raided over to me, but guess I didn't.
It's all right, High Tech. I'm proud to see you here, but I knew I recognized that name. I knew I recognized that name.
/ says at High Tech Redneck Dev Hula's a riot.
I don't know about
High
that.
Tech Redneck Dev yells D. Thanks.
I don't know about all that.
Chitan Deek yells hello. Hula. Just waving a hello to hardest working person I know that makes man glitter rain down like a snowstorm.
Chi-Town, what's up,
DC
dude?
Devil says lol High Tech Redneck Dev you're welcome.
What's up, Chi-Town? Good to see you, man. I don't know what the hell I'm doing today, Chi-Town. I'll be completely honest with you. We're trying to make candlestick holders. I ain't never done these before. And I'm trying to make a trio. We're doing it. We're having a threesome here, guys. Not trying to brag or anything, but we are officially having a threesome right here. All right, that's that. That's. We got that down to the depth there, the same depth as this right here. This right here. Boy, this can get confusing quick. Are y'all as confused as I am? Let's concentrate on these sections here. These sections here. Let's bring that down.
Yes. Lol.
Good, I'm
Stephanie
glad.
says stop self or I really get in trouble. Landlocked New Fee says at Chicken Depot HAHAHA man glitter. Thank you
Man!
so much for finishing that full cup of coffee. / asks woodpits, threesomes, honey nut Cheerios, typical Saturday.
Exactly, typical Saturday.
Does Mrs. Hula know
Emery.
about this? Lol.
Yeah, she does. That's why she loves me. Emery, let's go 3 months. Emery, Thug Life. Got the Thug Life going on.
Ray says at Texas Hula if you have never done these before why do they have to be a set? Figure them as prototypes for practice instead.
You know what?
Henry
That's a good
Snowtail
idea,
says, I
Reese.
like pugs.
Construction. Did I get that name? Conjunction Junction. What's your construction? Am I right? Thank you for that follow, bud. I appreciate that. Let me make sure I got my thicknesses here about right. No, because these are prototypes. These are, in fact, prototypes. It needs to go up just a little RCH more.
The Jan asks you got a strip of cardboard to sketch out a lil 1-to-1 scale reference for yourself.
I could, but that...
Two-stepping says Construct Econ Hula.
Construct Econ. I'm going to call you Construct. Thank you, bud. I could, Jank, but that would make life just way too easy. And it totally takes away the element of surprise. You know what? I'm not kidding. I like to be just as surprised
Purple
as
Daisy
Chad
says
is.
at the Jang that requires way too much planning.
Yes, I like to be...
Landlocked New Fee says at Raise 102573 easier to do all at once.
I,
Nice setup. Two-stepping says the Transformer character Hula. Lol. The Jang says
oh!
I feel that.
I got you. Yeah, I just like to be just as surprised as everybody else, Jang. I said, you know what? I want to be a part of the excitement.
You a
just
Marine?
as, no, actually, I should have been. My dad, my adopted dad, were Marines, so it makes a lot of sense.
Same.
Just I like to be just as surprised. This is a full immersive stream here, guys. I want to be just as surprised as everybody else.
Purple Daisy says he's definitely cut from the crayon snack fabric. Two-stepping yells go army, sing Navy.
Oh my goodness, I'll be all right with that. I'm all right with that. I am very, very, very proud of my family's Marine history. I mean, very, very proud of my family's Marine history.
The Jang says tastes like bread.
And it's good too. All right, okay. All right. Pyro, pyro, pyro. We gotta leave this thick, so we gotta cut the excess off.
Warden again says good morning everyone.
Morning, Warden. How you doing, my friend? This is this. I've got to remind myself what everything is real quick, guys. So I got to remind myself. Let's cut some of this material here out of the way. Mary Banks! New phone, who did? Mary Banks, thank you. Let's go for that resub. Thank
Doing
you.
well, thank you.
I appreciate you. Happy Saturday, y'all. Good God Almighty. Look, I made a little ring there. Didn't do it on purpose, though. Gaming Portugal.
Two-stepping asks Hula, idea for future, color pencils for different parts.
Oh, that's not a... Oh, sugar. Hey, shoot me a text on that. A message. That's actually a really good idea, dude. I really do like that idea.
Wilco.
This is this. Oh, my goodness. Boy, this, do I have any kind of... That's actually a brilliant idea, dude. I don't have any kind of colored crap. You know what? We're going to do what we can do with what we got. How about that there? We're not going to mess with that there. We're going to call this, we're going to put ink on it. That's the cutoff. This is the depth. And that's the line. Did I make it right on the line? That don't make any sense. Why would I do that?
Discord DM sent.
All right, thank you, bud. All right, that's my 3/4.
Warden again says watch him Hula, he will want royalties.
Will he? Oh, my goodness.
Mary Banks says what sort of colored pencils? Because you can get colored pencils based most on oil and colored pencils based most on water. Two-stepping says neg.
I would say just
Purple
anything.
Daisy says the cheap Crayola ones.
Yeah, anything that I could basically just make marks. That would make, dude, that would make my life so much freaking easier. All right, so we know that's marker. I mean, that's pen. Marker. Let's do the bottoms. This is going to get cut off anyway, which is it's not going to work too good. That's going to be bottoms. That didn't work out too good. Boy, look at here. I'm not sure what we're doing, but we're doing something. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me today. I lost my pencil. There it is. All right, we got that rounded up. This is the bottom. Let's round this here dude over. That goes over.
Two-stepping
That's
says and it allows for a lot of different size, shapes in one-piece cause of the color assortment.
That's that. That's this. And that's this. Okay, so now let's bring this down, and bring this. We gotta leave it wide because we're gonna hit pyro right here. I gotta get slightly rounded, find the depth, find the depth, find the depth. We're gonna leave this on it because we're gonna have to cut this off right there. We're gonna run this down a little bit so we can get the flame in there a little better. We are doing fire!
Okay, I have had my good idea for the week. Time for more bad dad jokes.
Oh my. And now we're back to your regular schedule of bad dad jokes.
Warden again says ask Coop if she has an eyebrow pencil handy.
Y'all, she'd shoot me. If I mess one of those dudes up, she'd shoot me. Okay, let's sharpen the gouge. Let's go ahead and do these. I'm going to bring this down a little lower. I want it about this close. You see how there's a little bit of depth right here? I'm going to bring this down to this little bit of depth here. Bring this down about the same. Because this is going to get hot. It's going to get burnt. We're going to cut that off. I'm going to cut that off. We'll cut it off here. Cut it off here. Let me get that a little bit lower.
Spectre says I like it when the stream gets technical. It almost sounds like you know what you're doing.
Them.
Henry Snowtail says you want a dad joke. Look in the mirror.
What? I'm not a joke of a
Spectre
dad.
asks
I don't think
said
so.
the quiet part out loud again, didn't I?
I think you did, Spectre. I think you did, sir. Okay, let's sharpen this gouge real quick. Let's see if we can't make some depths that match. This is where it gets tricky, guys. This is where because the three
Dot
candlesticks,
says it Emery Snowtail.
the three candlesticks are going to be sitting together, right? So you want to make sure that
Two-stepping says I went for a prostate examination at the doctor's.
Oh my
he gave me
God.
the thumbs up. Emery Snowtail says, yeah, that wasn't great. I'm sorry.
You're good, Emery. You're good. I hope you're having a great Saturday. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday today. I do find it funny that we're actually putting these things at the bottom. When I first said it's going to be hard to match these up exactly.
Purple Daisy waves a chancler at two-stepping.
Now, I don't want to go too far. I just want a good concave vibe going on here.
Emery Snowtail says one time, I went to a restaurant on the moon. Good food, but no atmosphere.
I heard that. I heard that. We're gonna roll with this dude here until we kind of like the general vibe of it. And this is we're gonna pyro and then we're gonna burn it off. Sand it off. Let me drop this gouge just a little tourist, just a little bit. See if I can't get in here and make this look like something.
Two-stepping says okay this one might earn a chancler.
Oh my God.
People are so judgmental about breastfeeding in public. Many are saying horrible things like, you shouldn't do that here, you're not a woman, and that's not even a baby.
You ought to be ashamed. Oh my God. Purple, you know what to do.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Purple Daisy launches the chancler at two-stepping.
Miss Bull Rider, good morning, girl.
Two-stepping dodges.
Yeah, that ain't right, sir. That's not even freaking right, bud. You really ought to be ashamed of yourself, Two-Step. You should be ashamed of yourself. Miss Bull Rider, good morning, ma'am.
Giggles.
Good morning, ma'am. All right, let's get a little cheater here. Let's get this dude here close to where we want it at. I'm not going to go all the way down to it. We're going to get where it almost hits. Oh, that's close enough. Close
Graham
enough.
says to your corner two-stepping.
Yes, tell him, Graham. I'm going to sneak up on
Two-stepping
this.
says yes, mom.
Try to catch me howling at
Good
the
enough.
moon.
What is this right here? Jax Props, what's up? Good morning, Jax Props. Thank you so much. 6 months. Let's go, dude. Let's go, man. Thank you so. You guys are freaking epic, man. Jack, what you know good, man? Let's get this out of the way so I don't accidentally pick it up and use the wrong one.
Spectre makes room for two-stepping.
They're like, right here, sir. Come sit right by me right here.
Jax Props says just got back from a dump run. Graham says lol I'm laughing so hard but I just had to say that.
Get down a little lower. Just got back from a dump run. Oh, you went to the landfill? I'm going to try to make this round here,
Jax
guys.
Props says yeah.
I got you. Man, I haven't been to ours in forever.
The Jang says I had to think about that for a second too. Landfill or number 2?
Yes. Landfill or number 2? The answer is yes. You know, wait a minute. How did you know?
Jax Props says lol.
How did you know?
Purple Daisy says either way, you're dropping crap off.
Exactly. You're yeah. Either
Jax
way.
Props says sometimes they're one and the same.
Exactly.
The Jang says exactly.
All right. Let's see how close are we. Are we close? We're almost there. Almost there. We are there. Okay. We're going to sneak up a little more. Sneak up more. Just round this little edge right here. I hope y'all can see it. Maple. I struggle with maple. Literally. Videoing maple because maple tends to wash out. So I basically got to turn my lights off. Good. Almost good. And we're fixing to do some fire. Fire! That was good, guys. I'm kind of tickled with that. Let's go ahead and light this dude up.
Lights 100% good, nothing's washed out.
Good. Good. I finally figured
Purple
out some
Daisy
tricks.
says light it up, light it up,
Light it up, light it up, light it up. I'm on fire! You know what? I left my torch out there by the smoker. Give me 1 second. Let me run out there real quick. Stop that camera. It's out there by the... Oh, I better... You know what? I almost failed. Jang, I don't know if you know this or not, but I deem myself a professional married
The
man.
Jang says, drum.
I pride myself as a professional married man, and how I do that is try to get as least amount of sawdust walking through the house so I don't get my butt kicked by my lovely bride. Because Jane, she has knives and guns, and she's not. She reminds me she's not scared to use them.
Purple Daisy says she would unalive you in the kitchen and then mop up after you.
Pretty much.
Two-stepping says, look here, bot.
Pretty
The
much.
Jang says, keeper.
I have no choice, Jane. I have no choice. Let me go find my torch. Hey, birthday girl. Do you feel any older today? I'll touch your arm here in a little bit. See if you feel any different.
Two-stepping says, hoops has knives.
She does. Boy, look at that smoker just rolling.
A lot of them.
Oh my God, that looks good. Watch that pulled pork already looks good. Light it up, light it up. I had an idea. Hold on. I got this big torch. I got a smaller torch. Oh my God. How do you say that? To kill a mocking.
More ideas.
To kill a mocking. Hey, to kill, thank you so much for that follow. I thought I had like a miniature torch. Kind of like one of those crack pipe torches. I thought I had one of those. I'm just looking in my drawers. Y'all don't mind me. Don't mind me. Sometimes you got to check your drawers and make sure everything's all right. I know I had one of those mini torches in here.
Purple Daisy says, cream brulee torch. Two-stepping says, at Spectre 326.
Yeah, like a
ticket
cigar
killer.
torch. Hey,
Purple Daisy says, cigar torch.
but I do have, I'm not telling you guys, but I got a big dog in my drawers. Fellow Texas, what part of, hey, To Kill a Mockingbird, what's going on, bud? How are you doing? What part of Texas you from? Where is that little freaking, man, I know I've seen it. Did I use it when I did smoke a cigar? I smoked a cigar on Christmas Day.
Chitown Deek says, wow, mocking, tell us how you really feel. Lol. Spectre hides his hands behind his back. Purple Daisy says, where's your humidor?
It's in my bedroom on my
Two-stepping
nightstand.
asks, is the regular one empty?
No, what I'm looking for is a smaller, compact flame. Looking for Southeast Houston. Galveston. Hey, you know, we're going to be in Houston in second weekend of February.
Purple Daisy says, at two-stepping, no, just looking for more control.
I'm in the
Two-stepping says, a pen flame.
I'm in far northeast corner is where I'm from. Hey, Dragon, thank you so much for that follow me, amigo. Come on, you make 7 home. Don't mind me. I'm just looking in my drawers. Is all I'm doing. Looking in my drawers.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Mary Banks. You are out of control. Mary Banks, thank you. Dickum, you guys are freaking awesome, man.
Purple Daisy asks, did Duck borrow it?
No.
To Kill a Mocking Blatch yells are. Thank you.
Fellow Texans, always welcome. Mary
Ray
Banks.
says, cheer 100, cheer 100.
Ray me.
Two-stepping says, Hula, you have a stop and rob near you. They carry a lot of those for reasons.
Stop it, Rob. Stop it, Rob. All right, well,
Morgan again says that is why I like Hula. He looks for his cracked lighter in the drawer and
I-
pulls out a hog leg.
Morgan, good morning, my friend. You're not wrong. You are not wrong, my friend. I'm looking for my little torch so I can start singing This Little Light of Mine. I'm going to let it flame. God
Psycho
bless.
says, morning Hula in chat.
What's up, Psycho? How are you doing, man? It's exactly where I last left it. I should look
Chitown Deek
exactly there.
says, man, I don't want to go but work calls.
Oh, I heard that,
I've
dude.
been playing hooky all week and now the billman wants his due. Have a great stream, Hula and chat.
Be good,
Psycho
Chi-Town.
asks, good you.
I'm good, dude. I'm good. We're going to try to... I can't complain. I can't complain, my friend. Are you working today or are you off today? Let's make sure we get a big shout out to my boy Psycho as well. I was trying to avoid that, but this is the reason why we left this thick. I left a lot of material.
Mary
there.
Banks says, not exactly how I remember the lyrics. To kill a mockingblatch YW. Now, you two can get the screen reader at work. Psycho says, yay, I'm working at 2.
Working it too.
Jock asks, how goes the candlesticks?
So far, so good. We're completely, totally winging it, Jock.
Spectre says, careful Hula. You'll discolor it.
I don't. Oh, sugar.
Two-stepping asks, who's a debish? Hi Texas, loving the stream. Is yew tree wood any good for tanning?
Yeah, I don't know. He's how you doing? You. Hold on. I've heard of people turning you. I've never done it. I have never turned you. I never have. Come on in, make yourself at home. I'm gonna say that's good. We're gonna say that there's good.
Jock says, but you has tanned wood. Two-stepping
But
asks,
you-
you gonna Shishogi ban this?
Well, we just did. Padow, bang, bang, boom. Just like that. Somebody hungry? Pepe, you hungry, sweetheart? Oh, okay. All right, let's get this. I need to leave this 80 grit gouge out so I can. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit that with some 320 because I don't want to take all the pyro off of it, but we're going to have to take some of that ash off of it.
Purple Daisy asks, at Jack 54 you bring us all breakfast.
Yes. That's
Two-stepping says, I meant take a steel brush bud.
Oh, no, I don't want to do the steel brick because I really don't want that texture. I want a smooth
The
texture.
Jang asks, not an ash man.
You're not an ash. Hold on, Jang. Round here, we love a nice piece of ash.
Jock says at Purple Daisy 977 you did not send me your order. Purple Daisy says at the Jang we like a nice piece of ash.
We definitely like a nice piece of ash in this joint around here, yo. Jinx
Two-stepping
joke.
says Hula loves working on white ash.
I do. Jinx joke, you owe me a Coke, Purple. You owe me a Coke. I know you said I owe you one from the other stream.
The Jang says too easy.
I know, is it? That's why we use it. Okay. Let's see what that looks like there. And that's good. Right now, it's just a darker color, but that's really going to pop when we put finish on it. We'll come back and hit that 400.
Purple
when we do the
Daisy
400.
asks, that's what twice today. Should we be scared we think this much alike?
You know what, Purple? I've been scared about that fact for a very, very long time. I'm just saying, for a while now.
Two-stepping says I am really scared.
You ought to be. You should be, sir. You should be. Me and Purple are basically doing the Jinx joke, you owe me a Coke thing today. I mean, we're talking about who doesn't like a nice piece of ash. All right, we're going to come down to this measurement here.
Emery Snowtail says Hula, that's gross.
What?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not. What? What are we talking? What are we talking about? Why am I should be ashamed of myself? I'm a sweet, innocent angel is what I am.
Two-stepping says it is so
Yeah,
bad
I'ma
of
go
a
ahead and
situation.
pull out
I
this
see some
card
red
right
oak
here.
hairs on top of Hula's head growing out.
What?
Emery Snowtail says you weren't looking at the screen, so you missed the pun.
Oh my dadgummit. I missed it again.
Two-stepping says hairs.
I missed the pun. I always miss the puns. Alright, we'll square those off.
Purple Daisy says it two-stepping nah, I got the chrome, I just color over it lol.
We're going to go ahead and mark this ½ inch, because I decided that's going to be a ½ inch, right? ½ inch, Shula. ½ inch, yo. ½ inch. Right there. ½ inch.
Emery Snowtail says I'm just asking you to pay closer attention to chat.
That's why, Emery, that's why I got TTS, so I can do this here and
Two-stepping
not cut
says
fingers.
all Hula needs now is some freckles to steal some souls like we do Purple.
I gotta keep my eye on what I'm doing, because I've literally, all kidding aside, pretty sure I broke something in my hand because I was reading chat while I was working on a yarn bowl. And I'm not gonna lie, to this day, it still pops when I close my hand. So when I'm doing this here, I really try to pay attention to what I'm working on, because if I don't, it hurts. I mean, literally. it literally hurts.
Emery Snowtail says you missed the pun again.
Oh.
And I know it's for safety. That wasn't a sincere request.
Oh, okay. You know what we're going to do? I got an idea what I'm going to do with this here to have a little more texture. Let's get this kind of close. Let's get this in here kind of close. We're going to do a little cut
Purple
in.
Daisy says, and if you get hurt in the shop, Hoop will hurt you again.
You're not kidding. There ain't nothing will ruin a perfectly good Saturday than having to go hang out in a damn emergency room. Okay. That. My ideal is, and I want to do, because I want this to kind of stand out, and I want to have its own kind of vibe. So what I think I'm going to do is...
Jack says if you die, she will bring you back to kill you her damn self.
You're damn right, sir. We're going to do this number right here. I see a little bit of this cool little texture right here. I want it to be kind of sticking out. We're going to do the same thing with this dude right here. Do a cut in. And that's going to give a little bit of a depth. And we're going to do all three at one time here.
The Jang says boo, that's nays.
So the ideal is I want that texture to kind of stand, Jang, is what I'm doing. I'm going to roll this down a little more. I think I'm going to do an inset round on these here. So we're going to do like a bead, and slightly inset, bead, slightly inset, bead, slightly inset. And then once we get that kind of lined out, we can move up to this section right here.
says Constructicon 360. Time to head to work. Have a great stream.
Hey, Constructicon.
Loving the piece. Wish I could stick around to see it finish.
Hey, but we'll be back, Constructicon. We'll be back. You can come back and check the VOD anytime you want to. Thanks for that follow. Make yourself at home, and I hope to see you again. We stream on Tuesday and Thursday nights, 6 to 9 Central Time. And on Saturdays, we usually have a really good, decent long stream on Saturdays. We usually stream about 6-7 hours. Delta Fiend, Bert, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that, Delta. Yeah, come on back. And we will be live Monday, guys. I'm actually off Monday, and we're doing a day stream Monday as well. So we get a little bonus stream. What we're going to be working on, I have no damn idea. No dagburn idea at all. All right, let me make sure I make this mark here. And thank you for that follow. Hey, Emery, thank you for that alert. I appreciate that.
Mr. Neo Trip says, would you look at all them chickens?
What? Them darn chickens.
Two-stepping asks, so fire pit tonight.
Uh,
Mary Banks says, not yet. Anyway.
Well, there will be a fire pit, but we're not streaming tonight. It's Duck's birthday, and I'm trying to make everything about her. This is her kind of special night, so I don't want to be interfering with my stuff. Don't want to interfere with my stuff.
Two-stepping says, happy birthday, Duckling.
Yeah, it's her. She's 20 years old today. Miss Hoop's getting
Purple
old.
Daisy says, I already texted her.
Did you? Miss Hoop's getting old, guys. Duck's already 20 years old.
Two-stepping says, wow, time flies.
You're not wrong, dude.
Mr. Neo Trip says, Jesus, they grow up way too fast.
They do, Neo. Man, they honestly got... It didn't seem like just yesterday I was going, you're what? Exactly. I say how. It didn't seem like yesterday. I was like, hold on, you're what? That's my big.
Jock says, if I am not mistaken, Hoop is younger than you, sir.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Two-stepping says, let Hoop hear you. I need towels to soak up the blood.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Landlocked New Fee says, I am pretty sure I broke something in my pinky's knuckle.
Oh, that's
Punched
not
the
good.
gas heater in the shop back in October, and it has hurt ever since.
That ain't good.
Open and close gives me a pop as well.
Yep, that's what my hand does. All right, what I'm doing is I'm making these the same thickness. Actually, it just needs to be right in here. Come on.
Two-stepping asks, Hoops is like 15 years younger than you, isn't she?
She is not 15 years younger than me. What kind of crazy shenanigans talk is that, sir?
Mr. Neo Trip says, working on my son's truck the other day had a flashback seemed like just a few months ago playing Lego with him.
I know.
Purple Daisy says, oh dang.
Hey, do y'all remember that commercial? I think it was Allstate or something like that. It shows a dad. His little girl was sitting in the car.
Grams
right?
says, lol, she was still in high school when I started watching you. Please tell her happy birthday.
I
from
will.
Grams.
I will, Grams. I most definitely will. Come on.
Two-stepping says, Deus Ex Machina 82. Nice man wood turning. Have a small wood shop myself.
Well,
but
thank
never
you.
did wood turning.
Hey, Machine, I tell you what, Machine, it's a lot of fun. I really recommend it. And thanks for coming on in, hanging out with me today for a little bit. I was
Landlocked New Fee says, at Mr. Neo Trip, the one I made was for my son. I sent him a picture and said, sorry, 14 years late.
Do you know what? I bet it means a lot to him.
Mary Banks asks, what commercial was it again?
Mary Banks, I think it was the Allstate commercial, Mary Banks. It's where the dad, he's leaning by the driver's window, right? He's leaning against the car and he said, remember, use your mirrors, watch both ways. I'm only a phone call away. And you see this itty bitty little girl, I'd probably say like 7 or 8 years old. She's tiny in the seat, and she's got the steering wheel, in front of her. And he's talking with
Two-stepping
that.
says, yes, Allstate.
Yeah, dude, am I not the only person that gets a little choked up on that? Literally, because I've literally had a flash like, oh my God. And then the last scene.
Mr. Neo Trip says, at Mr. Neo Trip, right, can't believe how fast it goes.
And then the next picture.
Two-stepping says, no comment, Hula.
Yeah. And the next picture shows his grown daughter sitting there. So he's talking to her, and what he sees is
I
his little
can't.
girl. Sees his little girl, man. And I'm like, dude, that gets me, man. That flat out gets me. Let's go back and find her half. That's good. That's good. And that's good. Okay. So we're going to make these about the same right here. I'm going to make that about the same thickness, about right there, about right there. And then we're going to do this in here, about right here, and about right
Hi,
here.
Purple.
All right, now what we're going to do here is we're going to drop this in just a smidgen. But you ought to go find that commercial. It's, as a dad of 2 girls, that one really kind of hit home to me. We're going to add...
Mary Banks says, I have seen a commercial, different company, bit different content and focus point, but same aspect. Mr. Neo Trip says, way too much feels in that commercial.
You ain't wrong, bud. You ain't wrong.
The Jan asks 3 check left. Two-stepping says, with my youngest I am about to do the driving training thing. If I die, well, you know what to do.
Okay. Noted. Noted. Machine, jealous of the workshop? I tell you what, I would, to be honest with you, it's taking a while to get this thing where it is right now, and I've got a long way to go, my friend.
Landlocked New Fee says, I tried to replicate a fingernail grind. Let's just say I have a 3/4 inch shorter gouge now.
Hey,
40/40. Warden again
It
says
happens.
to quote a video game, daughters will always be 6 years old with pigtails and skinned knees.
you're not wrong.
Purple Daisy says, at two-stepping I'll throw a new pair of chanclets in with you. Two-stepping
You're not
says, and no
wrong.
purple, I do not mean laugh.
All right, we're going to get these kind of evened up. Thanks for that follow. Hi from Ukraine. How you doing, Sergi? Sergi Churgi. I like that name. No, Sergi Chura. Sergi Chura.
Oh,
Purple
man.
Daisy says, welcome in
Welcome.
Sergi Chera.
Come on
Come
in.
on in. Okay. Yeah, the fingernail grind takes a little bit getting used to. It does take a little bit getting used to. But once you kind of get it, it's not nearly the biggest
Mary
thing.
Banks says a woman is in IKEA, shopping, with her little boy. He looks to be at the age of about 9. He strokes the hand over the surface of a table and says he likes the material. At the sales box, he asks the sales assistant her name and compliments it.
Oh, okay. I think I'm following. All right, we're going to slightly round these dudes here.
Jock says I am stoked that I have my turning class next weekend.
Let's go, Jacques. What kind of, is it like a college or like a local club or? You can go ahead and get this in here as well because it's going to be the bottom. This is going to be the bottom. This is going to roll this dude over. Roll this dude over. And we're just winging this here. In case anybody wonders, I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. But I do know we're going to go ahead and get a gouge. Let's get our, where's my small little
Graham
gouge?
says thank goodness my husband was the one that taught my oldest to drive. I would have been a mess if I had to. Jock says it is at a nice woodworking store called Highland Woodworking in Atlanta.
Yes, I know of
Mary
Highland.
Banks says out in the car we first see the 9-year-old by the steering wheel, and next clip, we hear the voice of a young adult saying, "Mum, I'm just moving to around the corner," to which the mother replies, "I know." Two-Stepping says I want to see a resurgence of trade schools that teach woodworking. Jock says you can drool walking in that store for hours.
You're not wrong. It's a really cool store. It is a really, 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 really cool store. Let's make sure I got that kind of even. I
This
gotta
is
look.
awesome.
I think I still get their emails. That needs to come down just a little bit. I'm trying to make it as perfectly horizontal as I possibly can. That one there looks good. That one looks good. That one looks good. They're all about the same height. I'm good with that. Now we're going to go ahead and do a burn real quick. Jang, thank you for hanging out with me today, dude. Really.
My sister lives a few blocks away from there, so when I visit her I try to go walk through.
Let's make sure we get another big shout out to my boy Jang.
Mr. Neo Trip asks Hula, did you hear the joke about the cue ball and the monkey?
No, oh my God.
Two-Stepping says lol, I had to stop and reread for a min there. I thought it Jack 54 was talking about IKEA.
No, oh, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, Jacques, you'll be glad for the class, man.
Jock says at Two-Stepping, no, this is the opposite of IKEA.
All right, got the burn going. Hey, can y'all feel the burn? Can you feel the burn? Oh, yeah. Okay.
The Jang says too kind Thai sir and mods.
Hey,
Jock says Sergey Chura, awesome. Interesting, is it difficult?
no. Surgery, not really. It's like any other skill. When you first try something new,
Mary
it's
Banks
just
says
so
it
much
was
to
Mary
it.
Banks telling about a commercial for IKEA I once have seen in Danish television.
It's learning a new skill, and it's you got your little this and you got your little that you just kind of got to figure out. But once you, I like to mention quite often, it's about muscle memory. It's about just doing it multiple times. But no, I think it's really, it's one of the most soothing and relaxing stuff that I've done in a very, very long time. And I highly recommend anybody wanting to try it. I highly recommend giving it a shot. Is it break time?
Two-Stepping says Burner.
We could actually probably take a break. I'm going to take a little more off this here. This is where we're going to part it at.
Mr. Neo Trip says Guy takes his monkey to the bar and the monkey grabs a cue ball and eats it. The guy says sorry to the bartender and pays for the cue ball. Next week they go to the bar again. This time the monkey grabs a cherry and a peanut, puts it in his butt, then eats it. Bartender says, hey, what's up with that? Guy replies after passing that cue ball he sizes up everything he eats. Mary Banks says for you it's about having it in your hands, working with your hands, right?
Exactly, Mary
Physically.
Banks. Yep, that's how I learn. I Neo, I got shit.
Two-Stepping says, oh lordy.
I ain't got
Jam
nothing.
says Neo.
Hey.
Mr. Neo Trip says lol.
Let me get some more coffee real quick. We're gonna take a little 5-minute break. It is a channel point redemption. We do that so I can sit down
Two-Stepping
for a
says
few
I met
seconds.
Bonnie Tyler once and let rip a fart. She responded by letting rip one which was much louder. It was a total eclipse of my fart.
It was a total eclipse of
The
my
Jang says I
fart.
can't. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, Jay. Hey, welcome to the stream, Jay. These guys. Total eclipse of the fart. Let me stick this in the microwave. Heat it up for a sec.
Purple Daisy says we are not continuing this joke thread. Mr. Neo Trip says we gotta get out of this place if it's the last thing we ever do.
We've got to get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do.
The Jang says break. My fart. Warden again says
Break.
take me with you Jang. Jock says at the
Break
Jang just
my
wait until you have it Mistress Mink in chat.
Yeah. We do love our Mistress Mink. We've got some very, very colorful characters that hang out in this stream. Some very, very colorful characters.
Two Stepping says dead.
I'm eating up a little coffee real quick. It's got cold on me. Blow my nose. The bad part about
Mr.
these...
Neo Trip says chat it's rare I have a joke that is hula friendly so I take them when I get them
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, exactly. I gotta take it when I can get it. All right, let's get some little coffee. I gotta remember to drop the probe, the temp probe in the whatchamacallit, that pork butt. I got a pork butt on the smoker. I'll get a picture of it here in a little bit, put it up on Discord. It looks pretty damn good. I mean, I scored the living shit out of it. When I used to smoke my pork butts, I just put it in,
Jock
rub it
says
down.
we need a designated coroner for chat with how many deaths we have.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I used to, when I eat my pork butts, I used to just do it whole and cook it in there. And then I started watching some videos and I saw folks, they score it. And they basically, I score it really kind of deep. And then you put it in like that. It allows the smoke to get down on those
Warden
little
again
corners.
says chat I would report all of you to Grams, but she is already here.
You're not wrong, Warden. You're not wrong. Have you received all the awards that you've won, Warden? I'm not saying rigged, but I'm saying rigged. Just saying.
Oh, bless it.
Yes.
Jock says you can also put your rub down in the scores too.
I do that as
Mary
well.
Banks says now the moral of the commercial was pointing back to the question about whether time disappears to sometimes. Watching Offsprings, children grow up.
And then, exactly. It's the exact same thing as the
Mr.
Allstate.
Neo Trip says if Grams is here and I didn't get slapped for the monkey joke we are all safe.
Right. He sizes them all up.
Two Stepping says LMAO.
That ain't even right, dude. That is not even freaking right.
Grams says it's all good Warden again, children will be children.
Children will be children. You know, I tell you what, I love. Graham said one day, I just have you know that I wasn't always, well, it's like a regular old granny or something like that. I was wild and crazy back in the day or something like that. I thought it
Two
was
Stepping
funny.
says I am 52 going on 14.
And I was like, I bet
Warden
you were
again
rowdies
says I
all get
received
out.
them, but my Sarah confiscated them.
Sarah.
Mary Banks says, but children will grow up.
They do, Mary Banks, and that's part of it. And that's the reason why.
Purple Daisy says we've had enough story time to know Grams was a pistol, as they say.
100%. She was rowdy. Hey, and let's get a big shout out for my girl Grams, guys. Honest to goodness, y'all, I'm telling you, and I'm really mean this. She is one of the sweetest souls you will find here on
Two
Twitch.
Stepping says no time for goodbyes, Sarah.
One of the sweetest souls. If you're not following Grams, she does crocheting, and I tell you what, and I just want to say this out loud. One of the reasons why I love Grams because she is just as sweet as she can freaking be. She's very knowledgeable in crocheting, but you can watch it and hang out and not know anything about it, or even crochet yourself and still have fun. It reminds me, hanging out with Grams gives me the opportunity to remind me of a time that I can't get back, and I think this may be maybe this is a way that somebody upstairs found a way for me to kind of get back some of the times I can't get back. So anyway, and I really mean it, guys. If you're not following Grams, go show
One
her
of the
some
most
love.
loved youngsters on Twitch.
Yeah, she is, to me, in my personal mind,
Grams says, lol, you are right, I was a bit of a rebel till I grew up.
she is, in my opinion, she's the queen of Twitch, in my opinion. Anyway. Just saying. Y'all go show that girl some love. Love her to death. So, I gotta figure what we're gonna do Monday. What are we gonna work on Monday?
Purple Daisy says it's like hanging out with my grandparents again, even though she's only a couple years older than my mom would be.
Yeah.
Two Stepping asks last month Grams.
Yeah. What should we work on? You know, maybe we can get a head
Jock
start.
says you should work on the urn. Mr. Neo Trip says
Yeah.
that movie Crybaby was written about Grams. She was the biker mama that ran the bar.
She's the biker
Aaron
mama that ran
says
the
yes,
bar.
two-stepping.
I love it, Neo. I love it, dude. We could work on the urn. That's a good idea. I've got to find a piece that's perfect for it because I don't want any kind of checks and what like that. I got to double check if there's a certain way that I want to do. Because it's going to be similar to. Let me pull this up. Let me show you guys what our urn that we're fixing to make. Let me look at my Insta so I can show you guys. And guys, if you're on Insta and you're new here, Insta's my main jam, yo. I love my Instagram.
Purple Daisy says all I'm gonna say is Grams was a teenager young adult in the 60s. Shissenwood says Magic Box Monday, just saying.
Magic
Two-Stepping
Box
asks,
Monday.
So Hula yearns for the urn. Warden again says a visit with Grams is like sitting on the porch with good friends.
Damn it, Chris. So I'm going to make an urn. I'm going to make an urn similar to this style right here. It's going to have the concave sides, and we're going to do the paw prints on it. I haven't decided the screw-on lid. I got to do a screw-on lid. It's either going to be here, or I'm going to raise this higher and then make it where the entire top kind of unscrews. So when it actually screws down, it'll be this seam right here. And just leave it like that, and just basically attach the finial to the top. Where it's going to look like it's here, but and this one I'm actually leaning towards. So I can have a solid top, and they literally unscrew this whole entire top here. Pull this up, and the seam be up here. And guys, if you're not following my boy Chris Shishon over on Insta, you know what? Hold on. Hold up. You know what? My stream, I can do this. This is what we're talking about. These are the magic boxes right here. Look at that swamp water action on the oak for the lid.
Landlocked Newfie says oh, more projects to try. Pets don't last forever.
Landlocked 100%, my friend. These are his little trick boxes that he's making. The cool part about it, you can turn this thing upside down, that lid won't fall off. Let me show y'all. This dude here is so full of daggum freaking surprises and posts. Well, hold on. Here's another one he did. Look at, isn't that pretty? Is that not just freaking pretty? And this is a little trick. This is a little ace up under the hole. You can't see it.
Two-stepping says epic.
Here we go. Check this out. So these is his little trick boxes. I'm getting your secrets, Chris. You can't hide from me. So look at the cam. It's basically a cam in the bottom.
Landlocked Newfie says awesomeness.
Isn't that neat? So is that put together with a magnet? Is that held in place with a magnet, Chris? And there's the lid. Drop the lid on, and it actually sticks. Look at that crap right there. Sorcery. And then you twist it, and it opens the lid. I'm telling you, the daggum rowdy-ass Canadian ninja, he's got all kinds of tricks under his sleeve. I got to come up with something like that. But Chris does really beautiful work.
Shissenwood says the bottom plug is the only spot it's held with glue.
Bottom plug.
The
Okay.
Jam yells, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't you put that
Landlocked
evil on me,
Newfie
Ricky
says
Bobby.
mind blown.
Chris does. I love the texture on the top of that too, Chris. That was flat out love that ebonized texture on that. That looks good. The boys got some skills. I love the window, man. So this is a window that they took out of their house.
Graham says it's so cool. At Shissenwood.
I think this is a gift for his wife, but this was a window frame, if I remember correctly, in his home that they took it out and they upgraded all the windows in the house, and he wound up getting glass put in, and I think that's cool as shit, Chris. That's brownie points with the bride. Look at his salt cellars. Hold on, this is a little salt cellars. Freaking love those, man. Carved spoons and everything. Damn it, boy. Guys, go follow Chris. Seriously, stop what you're doing, collaborate and listen. This is juniper. Actually, we call it aromatic cedar down here. Anyway, he does some really cool
Landlocked
stuff.
Newfie says that's gonna leave a draft. If ya don't put that window back in.
Exactly.
Mistress Mink says it's witchcraft. He's a witch, burn him.
Burn 'em, Mistress. Good
Two-stepping
morning,
says, I
girl.
wanna see at the Jang do this with Lego. Lols.
Anyway, y'all go check my boy Chris Shishon out, man. Very, very talented guy, and honest to God,
The
it's a
Jang
really,
says I mean.
really good dude. I mean, really, honest to God, a really good dude.
Jock says morning at Mistress Mink.
And so just so you guys know, on the 28th, we're going to do a big thing for Camp Corey. That's going to be our
Mistress
big
Mink
day.
yells morning.
Morning,
Two-stepping says
Mistress.
howdy at Mistress Mink.
So
Shissenwood says thanks, dude.
Hey, no, I appreciate you, Chris. Chris is going to be, we're going to do the guest star. We're going to try to do the guest star thing, Twitch. Actually, I'm part of the beta for that right there. So we're going to bring Chris Shish on. He's going to shoot the shit with us a little bit on the 28th. I'm going to have
Warden
Doomaloop
again
in
says
here.
I'm tell you hula. Salt cellars are a hot item with the yuppie butthole crowd.
Yeah, Warren, that's what I hear. You hear that, Chris? Warren said that those yuppie, yeah, them yuppies
Ray
love
says
their
my
salt
grandparents'
cellars.
house has windows like that in it. Except glass is clear.
Yeah,
Purple Daisy asks there will be a ninja sighting.
There will be a ninja sighting on the 28th. So we're going to have Chris, and probably pop him up right in here. And then me and Chris are going to have a chit-chat about what he's doing, some of his work, a little background behind him, what we're doing for Camp Corey, and hopefully have some epic pieces he can share as well.
The Jang says I am stealing yuppie butthole and using it forever, and you can do nothing about it at Warden again.
It's
Jock
mine
says, well,
now.
I'm not a yuppie butthole, but I want to turn a salt cellar.
Yeah, well, Jock, I'm totally such a yuppie. Okay, I really don't think I am. But anyway, all right, we gotta get back to work,
Two-stepping
guys.
asks, by the way, did we finalize the choice of hashtag for camp?
I think we're gonna do magic for Camp Corey. I think we're gonna do magic for Camp Corey, as I think is the command. I think we're gonna wind up using. I'm still working to hear back to get the address. I'm gonna try to make a reel tomorrow. That's one of my big goals, to get out in the shop. I hate making reels. Damn it, I really don't like making reels. But I'm gonna make a reel for Camp Corey and go ahead and kick off this. Hey, let's do
Jock
this thing.
says, do
Here's
we
the
want to add
challenge.
that on the command carrot?
Well, we're gonna be mentioning it. You talking about the 28th?
The hashtag.
The hashtag? We'll probably make another one. We'll probably make another one about the magic wands, because that doesn't really talk about the magic wands. Oh no, it does. It may be a bad idea. It may not be a bad idea. May not be a bad idea.
Two-stepping says adding the hashtag to this command. I think he means.
I got you. All right, we're getting back to work. We got stuff to do. I can't just sit around here all day. This is not government work. We got to work. Dang, we've been alive for 2.5 hours. Time flies. Son of a, I know you. I tell you. I was sitting there debating, do I have to pee before I get started? Damn it, two-step. All right, I'm going to take a quick pee break.
Lol.
I'm going to take a quick pee break. Be right. It's
The
yeah.
Jang says I gotta take a nap. It's almost 8 a.m. local tomorrow.
It's almost 8 a.m. local tomorrow. Dang, Jang. Jang, I'll be right. I'll be back. Jang, thank you for coming by, hanging out, bud. I appreciate you. I'll be right back, guys. It's uno momento, por favor.
Two-stepping says grats at Mistress Mink. Purple Daisy yells dang mink. Landlocked New Fee says I'm gonna miss finding things in my beard after I remove it. The Jang says GN all y'all great, even the yuppie buttholes. Two-stepping says take care at Thejang. Warden again says later Jang hey mistress. Jock says at Mistress Mink that is really awesome. Mr. Ahole says there's a tear in my beer, cause I'm crying for you dear. You're on my lonely mid. Mistress Mink says that's true. I did. Landlocked New Fee says at Mistress Mink they're a ton of fun. Jock says I imagine that you have plenty of leather to practice on with that Lasor engraver.
Why did I literally just have you never close your eyes?
Cartoonman1 says
anymore?
WB.
Thank you, Cartoonman. anymore when I kiss
Two-stepping
your
asks, feel better?
lips. I do. You know what? 'Cause there's no tenderness like before in your fingertips. Is that working? That's working. All right. Dun-dun-dun.
Landlocked Newfie says just don't be
Look,
staring at the
Thursday.
bright pretty
I'll
light
get
without
you a drink,
glasses.
man.
Exactly.
Jack's Props says at Texashula Beer O'Clock.
Not yet, Jack.
Two-stepping says baby.
Baby.
Krusty's Custom says hello all fellow
Hey,
Mormon
what's up, Krusty? What you know, good bud? But baby, believe me, I know it.
Purple Daisy asks, got any water in there yet?
Not yet. It's probably not a bad idea, Purple. You know what? Let's get some water.
Two-stepping says, but baby, believe me.
You know it. Bring back that loving feeling. Whoa, that loving feeling. God, I am so excited about that daggum pulled pork sandwiches tonight. I'm gonna totally take a dirty picture of some pork on the smoker and share it on Discord.
Purple Daisy says, when did this turn into the bar from Top Gun?
Just literally about 5 minutes ago.
Chisholmwood says a little sensitivity there, Hula. My mom suffers from Exacery disease.
Exactly.
Mistress Mink says dirty pork. Landlocked Newfie says that Mistress Mink can do blast too. Use the laser to cut the design into acrylic paint. Use glass etcher. Two-stepping says and it's gone, and you can't hold on.
Whoa.
Purple Daisy says that Mistress
Da-do,
Mink make him show you his
da-do,
meat. Krusty's
da-do,
Custom says you know what I'm going veto request pulled pork tonight for dinner.
Let's go it, Krusty. I tell you what, I literally rubbed it down last night. I gave it the night shift rub down last night.
Jock asks at Purple Daisy 977 on Purple TOS. Ray says now I want to go watch Top Gun. Thanks Chat and Hula.
You're welcome. You're very. You know what? I love sharing. I just love sharing. If I got,
Two-stepping asks, wait, you rubbed your meat all last night?
I showed you.
Mistress
I don't.
Mink says, so you were rubbing your meat last night?
I did.
Good to know.
Miss Hoop actually helped me too.
Krusty's Custom says you rubbed your meat down last night.
I did. Miss Hoop was helping me. Joe did. Not even kind of.
Mistress Mink says pics or it didn't happen.
Well, I
Just
didn't.
saying.
We were too
Two-stepping
busy.
Says, wow, we all went there.
We were.
Krusty's Custom says we are all suck.
I was too busy. I was too busy rubbing my meat to take any pictures. To be completely
Sick.
honest.
Purple
God.
Daisy says he's got a pic Mink. We saw it earlier.
All right, so I got to come up with a design that can work here as well as down here.
Mistress Mink says no, you were right the first time, Krusty.
Okay. I'm seeing like an OG kind of vibe right here. Let's go ahead and run this in here.
Two-stepping says dead.
We're going to match that. Let's do the same thing here. We'll match that. Let's do the same thing here. We're going to match that.
Landlocked Newfie says can send security video later. DM for more info. Down South says good day, sir.
Howdy,
Snap.
Down South. What's up, bud? What you know good? Big shout out my boy Down South. Hola, mi amigo. Ba-na-na-na-na. Da-na. 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 Da-da. 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 Baby, I'll get down on my knees for you. Da-da. 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 I got.
Two-stepping says baby, I get on my knees for you.
I got the song. Man, done got the song stuck in my head now.
Cartoon Man 1 says do keep the day job.
I
Mistress Mink
totally.
says while you're down there. Two-stepping says and you know it's true. Down South yells at two-stepping thank you kindly, sir. Purple Daisy says easy killer. Rays asks what's next at Texashula. Great balls of fire.
You know what?
Two-stepping says dead.
Maybe. Maybe. I can't. I get songs pop in my head all the time, and I literally just can't. I just can't help it. I just can't help it. We're gonna roll this bead. I'm gonna run this bead down lower so I can actually carry this bead to these dudes right here. So it's gonna have to be a much lower
Plop,
bead.
plop, fizz, fizz.
Oh,
what a relief it is.
what a relief it is.
Landlocked New Fee says, do you wear a Fitbit while rubbing? Easily can add an additional 10 to 15 miles.
I didn't think about that. Hold on. How do you? Wait a minute.
Purple Daisy says the fact that I can pull song lyrics from just about everything is why Wolf and Dawn want me to play a bard.
Wait a minute. How do we know this? Hold up. Wait.
Oh no, you busted.
Jock asks, are they roping you into playing D&D at Purple Daisy 977? Landlocked Me Fee says I can run 50 to 60 miles some days. Purple Daisy says they're trying really, really damn hard at Jack 54.
All right. Unfortunately, this is not as wide as this right here, so we're going to have to change this up.
Two-stepping says true.
We're going to have to change that up. That's unfortunate. That's all right. That's all right. We caught it. We caught it. I kind of like the little thicker bead. It's almost like the little onion down here. But this is shallower. This is shallower. I went too far. So what I need to do, let's try this number here.
Purple Daisy says BRB. Got to see if that's my car alarm going off.
All right, purple. Actually, it's about the same. It is actually about the same. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna try to do this and leave this here, so I'll lose track really quickly.
Ray says, okay, bud, gotta run.
All right,
Need
Reed.
to try and get my day started.
Be good, my friend. We'll talk to you soon, bud. I appreciate all the support. Appreciate you hanging out with us this morning.
Two-stepping says, wow, you fast at Jack 54. Jock says I saw it and did not like it. Mistress Ming asks UHOH, what did they say? Two-stepping says agreed.
Uh-oh. Did we already clean house? Man, I tell you what, can we get some of those Mod Love emotes
Purple
in here?
Daisy says I was walking back to the TV to do it.
Got somebody.
Jock says it Mistress Ming, nothing too spicy, but not what we want.
Baby,
Mistress
baby.
Mink says him. Two-stepping says house is spick and span thanks to at Jack 54 and at Purple Daisy 977. Landlocked New Fee says I gotta run myself.
All right,
Time
Newfie.
goes too quick when I am in here.
Hey,
in a
bud.
good way, mind you. Take care all.
Means a
More
lot,
than
my
again
friend.
says always a window licker showing out. Punk as kids.
Do you know what makes it so much easier? Big, huge props to mods. Because typically I don't see that crap. And because that stuff can really, especially when you're the streamer, man, that could really kind of ruin your day. If you let it, and it's like, it's not going to get to me. I'm not going to let it bother me. And then you still can't help it, but it still kind of bothers you. Sometimes. And a really big shout out to the mods. Thank
Purple
you guys.
Daisy says in the words of the Immortal Blade, always some MFR trying to ice skate uphill. Two-stepping says agreed 100%.
It could really mess a streamer's day up.
Mistress Mink says Fort Bush Oddent 5 BEANZ Pregasm Hype Rage No.
Exactly.
Psycho says, oh, I got some good news.
Oh, let's go. What you got, Psycho? Let's hear it. I want to hear the good news, mi amigo. baby, I get down. I got the song stuck in my head. Good God Almighty. For you, ba-da, 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 ba-ba. If you would only love me.
Graham says Fission 13NC. Psycho says it's official as of yesterday. In the next couple of weeks, in being somewhat promoted.
Let's go. Like some do tell, bud. I want to hear. What are we talking about? Somewhat.
Purple Daisy says this is the song that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
It does.
Two Stepping says Grats at XXScox81. Psycho says I'm leaving the lathe mill to be the finish end cell support.
Hey, cool, dude. Hey, that's good, man. No, that is really freaking epic, bud. Good on you, man.
Jock says congrats at XXScox81.
100%,
Two
dude.
Stepping says the answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. Jack's
Answer,
Props
my
says
friend.
it's a small world after all.
It is. You know what, Jack? You're not wrong. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. Woo, that was already close.
Tricky says please no.
He said, for the love of
No.
God. Why did I just have
Graham
Chris
says sing a song, make it simple, to last your whole life long.
sing
Psycho
a
says bump up
song.
in pay will be at least $4 base pay plus high job class premium.
Nice,
Two Stepping
dude.
says the trick is to put as many earworms into Hula's head, just to knock out that loving feeling.
Hey, good on you, man.
Warden again says you get an earworm, and you get an earworm.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me find this spot here. 3/4 is about right.
Psycho says
there.
going from a B class to an A plus class. Mistress Mink says you remind me of the babe.
The babe?
Purple Daisy says what babe? Mistress Mink says the babe with the power.
The power!
I got the power.
Purple Daisy says what power? Mistress Mink says the power of voodoo. Psycho says thank you everyone.
Sugar. I'm seeing an issue.
Purple Daisy asks voodoo.
I'm seeing dadgummit, I'm seeing an issue. Dagnaps,
Mistress
dang
Mink
it.
says who do. Psycho says just have to wait for my replacement to be trained. Jock asks do you need a tissue? Two Stepping says yee another man done gone.
Damn. Another man done gone. Okay. We're gonna have to adjust this. I made a boo-boo, y'all. I made a boo-boo.
Creative Kate says it's been a long time I've heard Small World. We used to practically live at Disneyland and you just had to take that ride.
Oh, every
Now it's
time?
been over 10 years I think.
Hey,
But
Creative.
now I'm too old.
How you
Dot
doing,
lol.
Creative Cake? I made a boo-boo, y'all. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Jock asks did you make the end too small? Purple
well-
Daisy says what you do.
I think I did. Let's see if I can get close to it. Let's see if I can get close to it. I messed up and went too far here and too far here to get this right here. I think I did. We're gonna go ahead and roll this down here to that
Two
thickness.
Stepping says song of the South, sweet potato pie and shut my mouth, gone with the wind, ain't nobody looking back.
Oh, but
Jock says you can always make it a standalone piece in a set of two. Mistress Mink says don't worry it's just a tip.
It is just a tip, Mistress Mink. Thank you. Sugar, why is that so damn wide? Why is that so darn wide? Oh, because it moved on me. It works better if you actually lock this thing down. All right, let's actually lock this thing down. Hula, you big dummy.
Two
Lamont!
Stepping says lol.
You big dummy, Lamont.
Dear God, don't screw this up.
I know, right? IKR. IKR. I think we may be all right. We may be all right.
I'm coming, Esther. It's the big one.
Okay. That's the front one. I mean, that's the bottom one. Let's get the front. I want to try to match these up if I can. This is part of it's part for fun. It's part of something we're wanting to do, and it's also something to learn. I have never really done something like this here before. And it's fun. I actually find it quite challenging, to be honest with you. All right, so this is going to be the bottom, the top thickness right there. So let's see if we can't get this top thickness. That should be it right there. Get this dude right here. Woo! Come back here. Make sure I didn't lose my spot. Sucker tried to make a run for it. Did y'all see that? The darn sucker tried to make a run for it. Works better if you hold on to it. Okay. Come back. Oh, I just stabbed. Good.
Mistress Mink says now you're just baiting us.
No, never, mistress, never. Let's go ahead and separate this dude here so I know the difference. You're just baiting us. We're not falling for that.
Cookie says he's a master at that.
We're not falling for that.
Mistress Mink says Hula is a masturbator.
Well, you know, I actually, I never really worked at a fish farm. I heard there's actually, you can get master certification in that. I heard it's real. It's a real thing. I've never done it. So, to be honest with you, I've never got the master certification in that. This is kind of unconventional, but we're going about it the way we can. Another man done gone. He's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. I got another song stuck in my damn head.
Jock says that would be hilarious to see on a resume. Maintenance manager at fish farm and masturbator.
Exactly, it would be. Trust me, I'm good. What up, chick? That looks good.
Hey who?
That looks good. Everybody says morning, babe.
Cookie says as long as it doesn't get auto-corrected.
Okay, so I don't think it's going to work, guys. I don't think it's going to work. I can raise this up a little bit higher because this is going to be a really short one. They don't necessarily have to be the same, but I am drilling in 1 inch deep. Oh, sugar, I just thought about that. Oh, what is that? Smooth operator. Man, this whole...
Mistress Mink says, hey once I was a boogie singer playing in a rock and roll band. Two-stepping asks maybe do 3/4 depth.
Maybe. I might make this one a little bit shorter. Start rolling it. That is really unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. You know what we're going to do? We're going to try to wing it and see if we can't kind of get away with a little trick shot here. We're going to do a little bit of a trick shot. I'm not going to worry about making these tops exactly the same because I actually went too far. I literally went too far. So what we're going to do is we're going to make what we have with what we have. How does that sound, guys? We're going to do what we can with what we have, and hopefully maybe kind of fudge it where you can't really tell.
Down South asks how many holders in a set you going after.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Two-stepping asks like my dad jokes hula. Jock says make some lemonade.
That's exactly what we're doing, my friend. That is exactly what we're doing. I kind of like the thickness of this, and I like the depth of this here. I won't be able to get it so much on this here, because I want this general thickness here. I want to match this, this. But we're going to have to do something a little different on the short one.
Speaking of lemonade, I am thirsty, BRB.
All right, but yeah, sounds, you know what? Water. That's not
Psycho says that's what she said.
exactly is what she said. Exactly what she said. Yeah, I will say this is actually a fun little experiment. I really am enjoying just the challenge of trying to come up with something like this. All right, we're going to cut that dude in right here. And then I'm going to try to swoop this down. That's a little more in depth right here. I really am kind of enjoying the challenge of this. This is, of course, I think for our first candlestick holders, we're swinging for the damn fences. Somebody decided to make things overly complicated again. I'm not going to mention my name. Okay, let's see if I can cut this dude here in. Get it vaguely the same kind of vibe.
Mistress Mink says that's going to have a big bottom to be stable.
It does have a big bottom. There's a big bottom, there's a big bottom, there's a big bottom. With the right emotional support, it will be stable. It just got to have the right support, you know.
But it's so long. Two-stepping asks maybe a weight or magnet in the bottom.
Try to do a little shear cut. That's not going to work too terribly well. Smooth operator. I'm not getting my cut like I want here. Try to do it as a shear. Smooth operator.
Warden again says in before I like big butts and I cannot lie.
I know, you know, me too, Warden. I'll be completely honest with you, dude. Me too, my friend. Me
Two-stepping asks that or say only for short to medium candles. Jock says could do a few fender washes in the bottom if you did need to weigh it down.
That's
Psycho
an idea.
asks talking about support, are there any metal workers in here? Mistress Mink says I wasn't gonna say it.
I wasn't going to say it. I work on metal cars. Does that count, Psycho? Well, metal and aluminum, pot metal, you know, all that kind of jazz. All right, let's get this rounded where we like it. Roll that up to that dude right there.
Two-stepping says does it Mistress Mink like fender washers in there? Never mind. Psycho says lol well I got a metal hardening question.
Oh, not it. Not it. I'm not your guy, Psycho. I am not your guy. I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. Round this off a little
Naked
bit.
Carpenter says my wife is a hardening expert. Mistress Mink says I don't know. Bend over at two-stepping and we'll see.
What's up,
Two-stepping
Naked?
says lol.
What's up,
Psycho says
Naked?
LMAO.
That's funny. Miss Him's got something in common. Let's do a little bit of sanding. I'm kind of liking this here. I'm gonna try my best not to go too absolutely crazy with this here. Let's turn this down. Let's grab us some 220. See if we can't clean up some of these cuts. It's only taking us what 3 hours to do these damn things. You better lose yourself to the music the moment you want it. Never let it go. You only get one shot. Oh, that's what Jang had that on his thing. He had Mom Spaghetti, but the whole thing was based off of Mom Spaghetti. And it kept saying Mom Spaghetti. And I was like, this is funny. All right, we're going to take a look at that right there. We had tear out right there. That is unacceptable. Okay, we got to fix that. That's not going to work, yo. That's not going to work. So we're fixing to take more meat off this, and this to make it all match. Boo! Princess Buttercup, boo!
Cartoonman 1 says the first one always takes longer.
It does. It does. But you know, Cartoonman, this is the first time I've ever really kind of done something like this here. I've literally learned a few things. I really feel like, and I'm one of those weird folks, dude. I know people who can just read a book or read instructions and they can do it. I've never was that kind of person.
Two-stepping says doing great for a first.
I'm always been the kind of person, I've got to put my hands on it. I've physically got to go through the motion.
Psycho says that Jack 54 Vice grip jaws.
Right there.
Two-stepping says that's what she said.
Got it. Got it. Narrow this one here down a little bit as well. We want the junk in the trunk to match. It doesn't have to be exact, but I want the junk in the trunk to match. Is that about the same width as that? That looks pretty close. Pretty close. Let's roll this down a little bit right here. All right. Let's lower this dude here down. This is going to be the trickier one because I can't get in there at an angle, so we're going to have to kind of just roll it over. That's how we're going to have to do this one here. But I can go a little deeper right here. I see a line right there. Get that line out. Get that line out, chill. Start talking like stale cracker. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Okay. Cutting right on that edge. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me today, man. I hope everybody's having a killer freaking Saturday so far. Cause he's a smooth operator. God bless. Why do these songs pop in my head? Smooth operator. I'm really debating burn lines. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about the burn lines? We have them down here. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it be. Because we'd have to burn it, burn it, burn it. And I'm not sure if I really like that idea. Any thoughts in chat? Anybody got any ideas? Bueller?
Jock says I vote leave it.
Leave it? I think it would look better. I'm okay with it on the base. But I think it would get just a little too much up here top. I want this to kind of be more of an El Natural.
She Devil says leave it.
Leave it. I'm agreed. Agreed. Smooth. Smooth, smooth. Smooth operator.
Warden again says songs the burn. Purple Daisy says if you do one at all, maybe one at the bottom of the candle cup, but not all three.
Well, I want them all matched though. Oh, I see you talking about down at the bottom. Did I get that out of there? I feel a little something right there. You better not be. Smidgen. A smidgen. Can I really don't want to. Shh. I don't see nothing. It's gone now. Gone. Gone. Sweet potato pie and it shut my mouth.
Down South says okay I'm back, had to jam out some smooth operator to get it out of my system. Thanks, Hula.
You're
Two-Stepping says
welcome.
You are welcome, sir.
You're welcome, bud. You know what? Sharing is caring, my friend. Sharing is caring.
Purple Daisy says or something.
Or something. Or yes, Purple. Yes.
Two-Stepping says no, I meant Song of the South. You're welcome.
Oh. Sweet potato pie in a shut my mouth. Gone with the wind. Ain't nobody looking back again. I used to have that song, you know what, never mind, I'm not even going to go there. Because I redid one of the songs.
Crazy Cat Lady says saw that song live. It was awesome.
Well, I bet. Bet it was.
Two-Stepping says same here, at Billy Bob's as a kid.
All right. Just get these kind of smoothed out. Get them kind of looking like something. Dude, I just had...
Crazy Cat Lady says Alabama put on an awesome concert.
Why did I just now have flashbacks of freaking snowmen? I literally just had a snowman snowman flashbacks right here.
Two-Stepping says I was cutting potatoes at Texas Oyster Bar, right beside the bull riding ring.
Cutting taters? For like the kitchen or something?
Jock says it is used for pulling in automotive. Two-Stepping says yes here.
I got you.
Emery Snowtail yells back.
Welcome back, Emery. Welcome back.
Jock says oops, forgot the exclamation point.
Back. You're good, Jacques. You're good, bud. And I do appreciate you guys using that. Really,
Mistress Mink yells front.
From the windows to the wall.
Purple Daisy says well that's not creepy at all. A balloon just randomly came bouncing across the grass outside the sliding door. Two-Stepping says first job, for my uncle he ran the bar.
From the window, right? Are you over there singing that?
Mistress Mink says we all float. Purple Daisy says at least it's not a red balloon. Jock asks at Purple Daisy 977 was it a red balloon?
I'm not going down that song. I'm not going down the
Two-Stepping
road.
says 99 Sage Luft balloons.
I'm not. God, now I'm going through the words in my head. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's off of, I'm thinking of the song Yellow Balloons. 99 balloons go by, or something like that. Like a
99 red balloons go by.
99 red balloons go by. 99 yellow balloons. I always think it's yellow. Huh? I'm making candlestick holders. Believe it or not, those are 3 candlestick holders. Does it kind of look like a candlestick holder to you? Yeah. For real? Yeah. So do you feel any odor? How's your
Purple
tattoo feel?
Daisy says, hey birthday girl. Crazy Cat Lady yells hi duck. Two-Stepping yells duck, happy B-Day.
Happy birthday to
Somebody done snagged some merch.
Crazy
Wonderlust!
Cat Lady asks how's the tattoo.
Wonderlust, thank you,
Mistress
Wonderlust!
Mink says happy hatch day.
Yeah, I put some bubbles in her.
Wonderlust yells it wasn't me.
It was you, Wonderlust. I saw it was you,
I
Wonderlust.
swears it.
It said Wonderlust. It was all the way across. I saw. Did you see Wonderlust?
duck.
You can't trust Wonderlust. That girl's sneaky.
Cartoonman 1 says happy birthday. Purple Daisy says let's see the ink again duck. Two-Stepping says it did. Cubby says what the heck.
I put my ruler in the wrong pocket.
Wanderlust says it wasn't me. I swear. I haven't even had my coffee yet.
Okay, you can show it right here. Yeah. It's this camera right here.
Katarian says what up brother. How's
What's up,
life
Katarian?
treating you?
Look at that. Isn't that cool? So it's a hand holding a comb because Duck's a beautician. So, Katarian, I'm good, Katarian.
Wanderlust says wooer. Purple Daisy says, oh, that looks badass.
No, 'cause legit.
Crazy Cat Lady says, that's awesome. Two-stepping says, all cute.
I think 27 wants one too.
Cubby opens up PC settings. Must have my colors all messed up.
Yeah, the colors, its colors are all wrong.
Purple Daisy says she's got
Okay,
a good
thank you.
artist. Two-stepping
Yes.
says, I have one.
Thomas is a very, very,
Wanderlust
very.
says, I love that hair duck. Cartoonman 1 says, love the art. Down South says, I dig it.
Yeah, always trust your artist. And by the way, this is
Two-stepping says, I need a styling though.